The weekly Torah portion is divided into 7 sections. When the weekly Torah portion is read publicly in a synagogue, in a place of worship, there are supposed to be 7 distinct readings by at least 3 individuals, though the universal practice is that 7 people go up. Although the norm is that one appointed person reads all of these 7 sections, the actual laws you will find in the words of Hazal, our ancient sages, is that whoever goes up for one of these 7 sections of the Torah to be read on the Sabbath, whoever goes up should be the person who reads that section. Clearly, most people are not at a high enough level of Hebrew to be able to read the entire section in Hebrew. But at least 3 verses is within reach for a person of the average intellect. If you know how to read Hebrew on a basic level, you can get a reasonable degree of mastery of 3 verses every week. Just 3 verses. You don't need to know exactly what each word means, but you're able to reach a degree of fluency of reading just 3 verses every week if you have someone to teach you. And it happens to be that Hazal, our ancient sages, stated that a person who goes up to read any one of these 7 sections of the Torah on the Sabbath, he does not have to read the entire Aliyah as it appears in your Chumash, in your text of the Torah. He is only required, whoever goes up to read one of these 7 sections, he is only required to read 3 verses. So it is within our reach. And if a person makes it his practice to do so, then eventually reading more than just 3 verses will become within his reach. So let's begin. I will read the first 3 verses of each Aliyah, each of the 7 sections for the weekly parashah, the weekly Torah portion. This first section is from Exodus chapter 27, verse 20 through verse 22. We'atah, we'atah, tetzaveh, tetzaveh, we'atah, tetzaveh, eth b'nei Yisrael, eth b'nei Yisrael, we'atah, tetzaveh, eth b'nei Yisrael. ويقحو إلخ ويقحو إلخ وأتى تسوى أث بني إسرائيل ويقحو إلخ شاما زايث شاما زايث زخ قاثيث قاثيث شاما زايث زخ كثيث وأتو تسوى أث بني يسرائيل ويقحو إلخا شاما زايث زخ كثيث لما لما لها علف نر تمیز نر تمیز و اتو تسوى اث بني إسرائيل ويقحو إلخا شاما زايث زخ كثيث لما لها علف نر تمیز. Now we'll read it one more time, and you can practice this verse by yourself. وَأَتَى تَسَوَّى أَثْ بَنِي إِسْرَائِيل وَيِقْحُوا إِلَاخَ شَامًا زايث زخ خفيف لما لها علف نر تمیز. هل معز هل معز میحوس لا پارخس میحوس لا پارخس اشر عل ها عزوس اشر عل ها عزوس هل معز میحوس لا پارخس اشر عل ها عزوس یا عرخ اث آهرون یا عرخ اث آهرون اووانو معرب عذ بقر معرب عذ بقر لیفنه اذنوی لیفنه اذنوی حقف علام حقف علام هل معذ میحوس لا پارخس اشر عل ها عزوس یا عرخ Aharon Uvano Me'arev Az Beqer Lifne Adnoi Huqqas Elam Lezerithom Me'es Bene Yisrael Me'es Bene Yisrael. One more time, we'll read it, and then you can practice this verse by yourself. Be'ehel mo'ez mihus la porecheth, asher al ha'ezuth, ya'arech ethe Aharon uvono, me'arev az beqer, lifne adonai. حقاس علم لذرثم مئث بني إسرائيل. وأتى أقرب إليך أث أهرون أخيך. وأتى أقرب إليך أث أهرون أخيך. وأث بنو وأث بنو وأث بنو إتر ميتر إتر ميتر بني إسرائيل لخانة لي لخانة لي أهرون أهرون نوف وأبيه نوف وأبيه العذر وإيثمر العذر وإيثمر بني أهرون. We'll read it one more time and then you can practice this verse by yourself. وأتى أقرب إليך أث أهرون أخيך أث بنو إتر ميتر بني إسرائيل لخانة لي أهرون نوف وأبيه العذر وإيثمر بني أهرون. First three verses of the second Aliyah for Parashat Tetzaveh. Exodus chapter 28, verse 13 through 14. وَعَصِيثَ مِشْبَسِث وعصيث مش بصيث ذهب وعصيث مش بصيث ذهب. We'll read it one more time and you can practice by yourself. وعصيث مش بصيث ذهب. اشته شر شرف. اشته شر شرف. ذهب آهر. ذهب آهر. میغ با لف. میغ با لف. تعسه تعسه اثام. اشته شر شرف. ذهب آهر. میغ با لف. تعسه اثام. معسه عذف. معسه عذف. والنافطة والنافطة اث شر شرف. اث شر شرف. You'll notice every time you have this line that goes up and down under a letter, it means that you elongate, you emphasize the vowel of that letter, right? So instead of ha'avotot, ha'avotot, instead of that, it's ha'avotot, ha'avotot. Just like you have here, same line going up and down. So instead of onothata, it's onothata, right? So ha'avotot. Al همش بسيط. عل همش بسيط. We'll read the verse one more time. اشته شر شرف ذهب طاهر. میغ بالف تعسه ثام. معسه عذف. ونافتا اث شر شرف ها عذفف. عل همش بسيط. وعصيفا وعصيفا حشن. You may wonder, how do I know it's حشن and not some other vowel? Where is the vowel here? Well, in many printed versions of the text of the Torah with vowelized marks, vowelization marks, if the letter following the letter you're reading, if the letter after it is a sheen, then the dot of the sheen that makes you know that it's a sha, sh sound, and not a regular s sound. That letter in the sheen is doubling also to indicate and represent the hulam, the vowel for an o sound. So anytime this happens, you should understand that there's an o sound here, right? Because a little dot on the top left side of a letter, that dot represents an O sound. Sometimes you'll see it printed right next to the sheen, but other times you'll see no vowel here, and that will be an indication that the dot of the sheen is doubling in its function. It serves two purposes, both the purpose of letting you know that there's an sound following this letter, and also to let you know that this is a sheen instead of a seen. So, حشن حشن وعصيث حشن مشبط معسى مشبط معسى حشذ حشذ. Same thing here as you had here. The dot of the sheen is doubling as the dot for the vowel حلم حشذ وعصيث حشن مشبط معسى حشذ كمعسى أفذ كمعسى أفذ. Make sure you pronounce every syllable. كمعسى أفذ تعسن تعسن. We're elongating this nun here because there's a dot in it. تعسن تعسن ذهاب تخالف ذهاب تخالف وأرجمان وأرجمان تخالف وأرجمان وثلاث وثلاث شاني وعصيث حشن مشبط معسى حشذ كمعسى أفذ تعسن ذهاب تخالف وأرجمان ثلاث شاني وشش مشزور شش مشزور تعسى أث تعسى أث. Now we'll read the verse one more time and you can repeat it by yourself, increasing in your speed as you repeat it each time. Accuracy in pronunciation is more important than speed. Needless to say, accuracy in pronunciation is more important than elaborate trills and musical notation. First, we want to know how to read the letters correctly and accurately. And after we've mastered that, then we can focus on a beautiful, elaborate melody while reading the text. وعصيث حشن مشبط معسى حشذ كمعسى أفذ تعسن ذهاب تخالف وأرجمان وثلاث شاني وشش مشزور تعسى أفذ. First three verses of the third Aliyah of Parashat Tetzaveh in Exodus chapter 28, verse 31 through verse 33. وعصيث أثمعيل وعصيث أثمعيل وعصيث أثمعيل ها أفذ ليل تخالف ليل تخالف وعصيث أثمعيل ها أفذ ليل تخالف. We'll read it one more time. وعصيث أثمعيل ها أفذ ليل تخالف وهايا في رش وهايا في رش بثخ صفا يه yeah yeah not yeah but yeah. This is a silent shwa. If you say yeah, you've made it a sounded shwa. Shwa no, but it's a silent shwa. Shwa no. So it's yeah. So you want to exhale at this he, make an audible exhaling sound, and you don't want to add a vowel following it because it's a silent shwa. Yeah. هيا في رش بثخ صفا yeah. لفيو صافيف معسى رغ معسى رغ. Gimel, when there is no dagesh, no dot inside of it, makes a sound similar to a Parisian French R, similar to the popular pronunciation of resh in modern standard modern Hebrew in the younger generations. So it is a sound of friction, light friction between the back of your tongue and the back of the roof of your mouth near the uvula. Orer. When a gimel has a dot in it, then it's pronounced like a G as in the word good. Wahaya fi reshe bethche safa yeah لفيو صافيف معسى رغ في صح را صح را yeah ل صح را yeah ل ل ل ل صح را yeah ل ل ل ل يقارع يقارع ل يقارع. When a vowel is under one of the guttural letters, and that guttural letter is the last letter in a word, then the order of the vowel and the consonant in that final syllable is opposite of the order of vowel and consonant in every other syllable, which means whereas in all other cases that you have a vowel and a syllable, for example, here a yud and a hirik, a yud and an e vowel, in all such cases, other than the case of a guttural as the last letter in a word with a vowel, in all other cases, the consonant letter sound is pronounced first and then the vowel. So you have the M sound and then the sound of ah of the patah vowel, M, and then the ah vowel, ma. You have the samech letter, the S sound, and then the qamas, so sa. But when ayin or het or he, any guttural letter, and that does not include the letter chaf, but any guttural letter that is the last letter in a word and there is a vowel in that same syllable associated with that letter, then it's the exception to the rule of the order of consonants and vowels. So only in such case in Hebrew will the vowel be pronounced first and then the consonant sound. So it would not be yiqare'a. If you said ah, then you're doing the ayin and then the vowel. So it's not yiqare'a, it's yiqare'a, yiqare'a. So notice the difference. Yiqare'a and not yiqare'a. Yiqare'a is wrong. Yiqare'a is correct. We'll read the pasuk one more time. وهيا في رشا بثخا صفا يهيا لفيو صبيب ما عسى الرغ كفي ثحر يهيا لا لا إقريع وعصيف على شلال وعصيف على شلال رمانة رمانة. We're extending the consonant sound of this letter mim because there's a dagesh in it. So instead of rimone, which would be more or less accurate, especially for standard pronunciation. But if you're trying to be meticulous in the vowelization and the nikud, then you want to elongate the consonant sound of this mim because there's a dot in it. It's called gemination. So instead of rimone, it's rimone, rimone, تخالف, وأرجمان, والثلاث, شاني, وعصيف على شلو رمانة تخالف وأرجمان ثلاث شاني على شلو صوفيف وفاعمنة وفاعمنة زهاب ثخام soviv. Gufa amene zohov bethechom soviv. And we'll read it one last time. After which you can practice repeating according to necessity, to the extent that you need in order to get the words more fluent out of your mouth. Wa'asitha al shulo rimone tcheleth وأرجمان وثلاث شوني al shulo soviv فعمنه زهov بثخم soviv. First three verses of the fourth Aliyah, Exodus chapter 29, verse 1 through 3. وَذَا الدَّوَارِ أَشَرْ تَعَسَى لَهَمْ وَذَا الدَّوَارِ أَشَرْ تعسى لهم لقدش أثام لقدش أثام لخهن لي لخهن لي قح لقح. Sound of het should not be mistaken for the sound of chaf. When you make the sound of chaf, you should feel friction between the back of your tongue and the roof of your mouth. Chaf. You should not feel this contact between the back of your tongue and the roof of your mouth when you make a het. When you pronounce het, there should be no friction between your tongue and no contact between your tongue and the roof of your mouth. Het is produced with no contact friction. It is produced in the same way that the letter H is produced in English, by simply exhaling. The only difference between he and het in the way it is pronounced is that the letter he is pronounced by exhaling softly without any constricting or tightening of the muscles in your throat. Whereas the letter het is produced by exhaling exactly as you exhale with the letter H. And the only difference is that when you produce het, you slightly tighten the muscles of your throat. You slightly constrict your throat muscles. And this takes practice. But it is distinct from the sound of the letter chaf. You can perhaps find greater ease and mastering the correct pronunciation of the letter het by imagining that you are whispering loudly. So try to say some words that have the letter H in them, but whisper them as loudly as you can. Or imagine that you're cleaning off your glasses by blowing, by exhaling water vapor onto your glasses. Right? So you're exhaling deeply and slightly tightening the muscles around your throat, right? So it has nothing to do with friction or contact between your tongue, the back of your tongue, and the roof of your mouth. That is not the correct way. All right. لقاح قار أحوذ then بقار إليم شنايم. Anytime you see a vowel associated with the letter Yud, then you can know for sure that that letter Yud should make a Y sound, as in the word yes. So you don't say S, you say yes. If you see no vowel associated with the letter yud, then the letter yud is probably simply symbolizing the e vowel, the hirik. But if you see a hirik together with the letter yud directly underneath it, then the yud is making a y sound. And after you make the y sound, as in yes, then you produce the e sound of the vowel, e. So this would not be e, it would be ye. Shanayim and not shanayim. Shanayim. There needs to be a y in there because we see the vowel associated with the yud. Shanayim. Tamimim. Here, the yud is just signifying this hirik vowel, and you know that because there is no vowel associated with the yud. It's simply standing in for this e vowel. Tamimim. וזה הדבר אשר תעשה להם קדש אתום לכהן לי לקח פר אחוז בן בקר ואלים שניים תמימים. One more time. וזה הדבר אשר תעשה להם לקדש אותם לכהן לי לקח פר אחוז בן בקר ואלים שניים תמימים. ולחם masif. There's a dagesh, a dot inside the sadi, which tells us to elongate the sound of this consonant sadi. So instead of just masif, which would be correct by standard pronunciation, but if we're going for accurate pronunciation, instead of masif, it would be masif. We geminate this letter because there's a dagesh in it. ولحم مصيف وحلث وحلث. Same here, there's a dagesh in the lamed. So instead of وحلث, it's وحلث. You elongate that L sound just a little bit. وحلث مصيف بلولث بلولث الشامن الشامن. Here we're going to elongate the consonant sound, geminate the consonant sound, the SH sound, because there's a dagesh in the sheen. In addition to that, we're also going to elongate the vowel sound because there is a cantillation mark above it, a ta'am, a trope mark. So sometimes you will only geminate the consonant, but not the vowel. Sometimes you will elongate the vowel, but you will not geminate the consonant. And sometimes you will elongate or emphasize both the consonant and the vowel, such as here. Bashaman. Bashaman. Urqiqe masif. So notice where you have dagesh inside the sadi or the lamed or any letter. ولحم مصيف وحلث مصيف بلولث بشامن أرقيق مصيف مشوحيم مشوحيم بشامن بشامن سلف حطيم سلف حطيم تعس أثام. Tetzaveh. Read it one more time. ولاحم مصيف وحلف مصيف بلولف بشامن أرقيق مصيف مشوحيم بشامن سلف حطيم تعسى ثوم ونوثة ثوم عل سال أحظ ونوثة ثوم عل سال أحظ ويهق رابطة ويهق رابطة ثوم الصول geminate the samich الصول وأث هبور وأث هبور وأث شنه هو إليم وأث شنه هو إليم. We'll read it one last time and you can practice by repeating the verse, playing this back as much as necessary. ونوثة إثوم على سال أحظ وهقربتو إثوم بصول إث هبور وإث شنئه إليم. This is the fifth Aliyah of Parashat Tetzaveh, the first three verses of the fifth Aliyah, Exodus chapter 29, verse 19 through 21. ولا قحط ولا قحط إث هو آيل هو آيل. We're going to pronounce this yud as a Y followed by an E sound. So not ayil, but ayil. Ho ayil hasheni. Geminates the sheen. Hasheni. Welo qahto eth ho ayil hasheni. Samach. Samach. Aharon. Aharon. We're going to elongate any vowel that has this line going up and down next to it. So this vowel is a patah, makes an ah sound, and the symbol next to it is saying elongate that ah sound longer than normal, just a little longer than normal. So instead of aharon, it's aharon, aharon. ولا قحط إث آيل الشني الصماخ Aharon Uvano Eth Yedehan Eth Yedehan Al Rush Ho'oyil Al Rush Ho'oyil. You know not to pronounce an aleph as a glottal stop anytime there is no vowel associated with the aleph. Do not think that this dot right here is associated with the aleph, because this is a holam. It makes an O sound, and the holam vowel always makes an O sound for the consonant, the letter, which comes right before it. So holam always appears on the top left side of the letter to which it belongs. So this holam belongs to the resh, not to the aleph, which means that this aleph is void of any vowel. If an aleph has no vowel associated with it, then it is silent. رش آيل ولا قحط إث آيل هشني والصماخ آهرن وبنو إث يذهن إث يذهن على رش آيل. We'll read it one more time. ولا قحط إث آيل هشني وصماخ آهرن وبنو إث يذهن على رش آيل. Next pasuk, next verse. It's a long verse. وشاحت وشاحت أث آيل ولا قحط ولا قحط میدامه 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 ونافتا ونافتا على تنوخ 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 أذن آهرن وعل تنوخ 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 أذن بنو هاي مانيف هاي مانيف. This is a silent schwa. It's a silent schwa. That means it signifies the end of a syllable instead of signifying a short syllable. A sounded shava signifies a short. I'm sorry. This is a silent shava, which means it signifies the end of a syllable as opposed to a short vowel. Right. So sometimes shava represents a short vowel sound, and sometimes it represents the end of a syllable, in which case it's a silent shava. Right. So here it's hai. This is one syllable, not haye, but hai. Hai ma neath. Three syllables here. Hai ma neath. Hai ma neath. وشاحت اث آيل ولا قحط میدامه وناثت على تنوخ أذن آهرن وعل تنوخ أذن بنو هاي مانيث هاي مانيث وعل بهن يضام هاي مانيث هاي مانيث وعل بهن رغلام رغلام هاي مانيث وزارت 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 أث الدام على المذبح hamizbeach, right? So because het is a guttural letter, the vowel which is underneath it should be pronounced before the consonant sound of het. So not hamizbeha, but hamizbeach, hamizbeach, soviv. All right, we'll read this pasuk, this verse one more time. وشاحطت أثقايل ولا قحط ميدوم ونافت على تنوخ أزن آهرن وعلى تنوخ أزن بنو هايمونيث وعلى بهن يوضم هايمونيث وعلى بهن رغلوم هايمونيث وزارقت أث يوضم على هاي همزباح صوفيف على همزباح صوفيف ولا قحط من الدم ولا قحط من الدم أشار على همزباح همزباح ومشان ومشان. You're going to geminate the sheen because there's a dagesh in it, and you're going to elongate the vowel because there is a ta'am. There is a cantillation mark next to the vowel. Umisham. Hamishha. There's a dagesh in the mim, so you geminate the mim. You elongate the consonant sound of the mim. Hamishha. Umishaman. Hamishha. Wihizetha. Wihizetha. Al آهرن وعل بغضو بغضو ولا قحط من الدم أشار على همزباح ومشاما همشحا هزافة على آهرن وعلى غضو وعلى بنو وعلى بغذ ونو إت وعلى بغذ وعلى بغذ ونو إت وقذش وقذش هو غضو 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 وانو وانو وفيغذ وفيغذ ونو إت ولا قحط من الدم أشار على همزباح ومشاما همشحا وهزافا على آهرن وعلى بغضو وعلى بنو وعلى بغذا ونو إت وقذش هو وقذش هو وغضو وونو وفيغذ vono ite. We'll read it one more time. ולא קחתו מן הדום אשר על המזבח ומשמן המשחו והזיתו על אהרון ועל בגדו ועל בנו ועל בגדי בנו איתה וכבש ובגדו ובנו ובגדי בנו איתה. The sixth Aliyah for Parashat Tetzaveh. We will read the first 3 verses of the sixth Aliyah. Exodus chapter 29, verse 38 through verse 40. وَذَا أَشَرْ تَعَسَى عَلْ الْمِزْبَاحِ. الْمِزْبَاح. You're going to elongate the M sound a little bit because there's a dagesh in the mim, so you geminate it. This is called geminating. Hamizbeach instead of hamizbeach. Hamizbeach. Kevasim bene shana shanayim. Pronounce the yud as a Y sound here, and you know to do that because there is a vowel associated with the yud. Only time yud does not make a Y sound is if there's no vowel associated with it. Shanayim, layim, homiv. وَذَا أَشَرْ تَعَسَى عَلْ الْمِزْبَاحِ كَغَصِيمٍ بَنِي شَنَا شَنَايِمْ لَيِّمْ تَمِيذ. وَذَا أَشَرْ تَعَسَى عَلْى الْمِزْبَاحِ كَغَصِيمٍ بَنِي شَنَا شَنَايِمْ لَيِّمْ تَمِيذ. أث أكابس أث أكابس هو أحوز هو أحوز تعسى وبقر تعسى وبقر وأث أكابس Hasheni, geminate the shin. There's a dagesh in it. Hasheni. Ta'ase ben ho arboyim. Pronounce the yud. There's a vowel associated with it. Ho arboyim. We'll read this pasuk one more time. Eth hakeves ho ahoz. تعسى وبقر إث هكذا هشني تعسى بن هو عربايم. وعيسورن ثلاث بالول بشامن قثيث رافع هاهين ونسخ رفيعيث. These are 2 distinct vowels. Ayin makes a consonant sound in Hebrew. It's not a silent letter. So it should not be revi'ith, like one elongated vowel, but they're 2 distinct vowels. These are 2 distinct syllables three syllables in all in this word. So not revith, but revi'ith. Revi'ith. Hahin. Yoyin. La kavas. Ho ahoz. Ho ahoz. وعيسورن وعيسورن ثلاث ظلول بشامن كثيث رابع هاهين وناسخ ربيعيث هاهين يوين لكابس هو أحوذ. This is the seventh Aliyah of Parashat Tetzaveh. We will read the first three verses of the seventh Aliyah, Exodus chapter 30, verse 1 through 3. وَعَصِيثَ وَعَصِيثَ مِزْبَاح مِزْبَاح مقطار مقطار وعصيث مزباح مقطار قطرث 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 وعصيث مزباح مقطار قطرث عصا عصا شيطين شيطين تعسى تعسى أثى وعصيث مزباح مقطار قطرث عسى شيطين تعسى أثى وعصيث مزباح مقطار قطرث عسى شيطين تعسى أثى وعصيث مزباح مقطار قطرث عسى شيطين تعسى أثى. Amma, geminate the mim. That means elongate the consonant sound of the letter mim because there's a dagesh, a dot inside of it. Amma or k. Amma or k. Wa amma roh b. Wa amma roh b. Ravu'a. Not ravu'a. Not ravu'a, but ravu'a. 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 The vowel should be pronounced before the sound of ayn. Yeah. Yeah. And the vowel should be pronounced before the sound of ayn when ayn is the final letter in the word, as is the case with the other guttural letters. Do not mistakenly think that the letter chaf is a guttural letter. It is not. Ravu'a. Yeah. 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 This word has two syllables, yeah and yeah. Not yeah, but yeah. Ravu'a, yeah. Wa ammathayim. Wa ammathayim. Geminate the mim, elongate the consonant sound of the mim, and pronounce the yud as a y plus the e vowel, hiri. Wa ammathayim. Qamotha. You want to elongate or emphasize this vowel sound because it has a mether here. A line going up and down tells you to elongate the vowel of this syllable. Imanu. Want to geminate the mim and the nun. Elongate the consonant sound of the m and the n here. Imanu. 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 Par ne fol. Par ne fol. Read this pasuk one more time. Amma orke wa amma rohbe. Robu wa yihya. Wa amma thayim. Mothe. Mimanu qarnetho. Wasipitha. Wasipitha. Earth. Zahav. Oher. Zahav. Oher. F. Gag. F. Pirefo. 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 3 syllables. Pirefo. Solviv. Wasipitha. Earth. Zahav. Oher. F. Gag. F. Pirefo. Solviv. F. Par. Ne. Fo. 3 syllables. F. Par. Ne. Fo. Wa'asitha. Wa'asitha. L. Geminate the lamed. Elongate the consonant sound of the lamed because there's a dagesh in it. L. Not L, but L. Wa'asitha. L. Zer. Zahav. Soviv. We'll read the pasuk one more time. Wasipitha ether. Zahav toher. F gage و F قيرثو صوبيب F قرنثو وعصيثل زرزهov صوبيب. Remember, it's great to be able to read these pasukim, these verses of the Torah with a beautiful melody, elaborate trills, and so forth. But before we get to that stage, we should fulfill the basic fundamental requirement of halakha, and that is to read the words clearly and pronounce the letters correctly. So it is more important that we pronounce the letters correctly, pause where it is correct to pause grammatically, than that we haphazardly read the words, butchering them and distorting their meanings, but having a beautiful melody. So step by step, once we master the pronunciation of the words and the correct place to pause, then we can move on to joining that with a beautiful melody and not the other way around. May everybody have a continuation of this week until this Shabbat, Shavuot Tov, and when the time comes, Shabbat Shalom.